It's time for the award-winning Homegrown Music Showcase with Dori Donoho, supporting local artists since 1999 on Clear 101.7.
The name of the tune is Move. You're listening to the Homegrown Music Showcase. I'm your host, Dori Donoho, and I have in studio with me Early Melodic Animals, and that is a track from their album. And the name of your album?
This is Day One.
Day One, Early Melodic Animals. Amazing artwork here. But first, tell me, who are you and what do you do with the band?
I'm Daniel Hudson, the guitarist and co-songwriter for Early Melodic Animals.
And you are?
I'm J.D. Parsons, the lead singer and co-songwriter of Early Melodic Animals.
Who comes up with what first, usually?
It's a collective effort. JD is a lyrical genius, in my opinion, so I'll just be playing something on guitar, even if it's some random thing I don't even know what's going to happen with, and all of a sudden JD's like, oh, we got to run to the studio, I got words for it, and then it's usually an on-the-spot thing. First take is usually the lyrics we end up keeping.
Is that like something that's almost divine intervention for you? Does it just come to you when you hear him noodling?
It does, and when I try to force it, the song always gets trashed. That's what I've been noticing more and more, so it's just that one magic moment.
You're listening to the music of Early Melodic Animals from their album Day One on Homegrown on Clear 101.7.
You could have had me had you just held on.
You're listening to the Homegrown Music Showcase. I'm your host, Dori Donoho. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. In studio with me, Early Melodic Animals. And you guys have an amazing album here, Day One. Now, it's not just the two of you on here, so let's quickly get some shout outs to the rest of the musicians who participated.
We want to thank Stephen Perkins from Jane's Addiction for stepping in for our percussion on the record, and Riz Story from the band Anyone, who's on bass and also produced the record.
Oh, good job. And the artwork, tell me about them.
Well, a friend of mine, Justin Black, a friend of ours, a friend of mine, a friend of ours. What do I say here? He was in a desperate situation. We saw he had a real talent for hand drawing stuff, and that was kind of what we were looking for. So he took initiative and really came up with something that I think set the mood, at least for this first album.
The back has the coolest picture of a chimp. Now, tell me there's a reason for the name of your band and your dedication to animals. Who wants to talk to me about that?
We just got back from a 17-hour drive from Valencia, Acton, rather, at Animal Acres Sanctuary. Lori was one of the founders she was the founder of the very first farm sanctuary in the country back in '86. And I just feel that compassion with animals translate to more peace in this world. And so I've really dedicated a lot of my life, and Daniel as well, to the care of animals, to educating people on what's really going on with like big business. Mm-hmm. And that's why we had to incorporate the name Animals in our band. And since The Animals was taken, we were like, all right, well, we'll have to formulate something. And the ape kind of reflects that because it's, more of a hipster.
I noticed in your prep or your bio stuff, one of you is vegan and one of you is trying.
I'm the vegetarian trying to go vegan.
Okay.
Yeah, the cheese is just hard for me.
I know. I couldn't give up cheese ever. I don't eat a lot of meat. My daughter doesn't eat anything with a face. But we cannot give up. We cannot give up how do you give up cheese? I mean, it doesn't really hurt the cow to give us the cheese, right?
Oh, no.
Okay, let's hear about it. Give me your reason.
The dairy cows have it worse than anybody. And that's what I was shocked as well. When I first went vegetarian, I just kept eating cheese. And I started gaining way too much weight. So I was like backing off on it, and I did some research. And the dairy cows get used forever until they can't be used any longer and then become meat. As opposed to the meat cows, at least, are just, boom, they're done, which is still terrible. But yeah, they're not, they have to be pregnant to have milk. So they inseminate them, and then the baby gets ripped from the mother and goes into a veal. I mean, the thing is, it's like if you have a farm on your land and you have animals, I mean, I plan on having animals, and I want to have more rescues, but if you wanted to get some goat milk, you could just have the goats mate naturally. You'll have a baby, and assuming you're not going to go slaughter it, then.
Well, we actually have a place here in Tumalo.
Tumalo Farms. Mm-hmm. I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all good.
Yep, they're humane and everything.
Anything that you want to do in that rescue vein or for animals, please remember you do have a voice on the radio. I will help out in any way I can and help promote stuff.
Definitely.
Thank you. That's great.
JD and Daniel, they are the Early Melodic Animals, and they're in studio with me today on Homegrown. Tell me how long you guys have been together.
We've been together about 6 years now, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We started playing together when I was 15, and just in this little project band type thing. We did I think 2 shows, and then we took a couple years apart and just were writing music on our own and got back together through about a year ago, almost exactly. And in the time from, was it August we started the record?
Yeah.
Yeah. From August until now, this whole thing has been born. We've got a record out. The website's up. We've built an entire recording studio in our house. And
You have the percussionist from Jane's Addiction on your album. I mean, that is huge. How did you get, who had that sort of hookup?
Riz Story had the envision of having just a master drummer. He really wanted somebody to fill in the rhythm section with him on bass. And the best drummer he could come up with was Stephen Perkins as far as for our sound. And Stephen heard the record, and he was interested. And then we lucked out because Stevens was recording with Jane's at the time. So he actually had a day that he was able to leave and come and work with us, which we're honored. Thanks, Stephen.
yeah.
Oh, there you go. You guys are amazing. Let me have the website, how they can get a hold of you.
www.earlymelodicanimals.com, and that's got all of our information up on it, along with music videos and a press kit.
An eco page that we have a link to all the sanctuaries and forums and organizations that we believe in.
Yeah.
And we can, you can hook us up with ways to donate to help support those causes, correct?
Yeah, if you buy the album from our website, we're donating $1 to all these various causes that we're going to have to choose from. Once we have our website redone, that link will be up shortly.
And so we can buy the album there.
Yes, you
Yes.
can buy the album right off the website. It's also available on Amazon, MP3, and iTunes.
Okay, but go to earlymelodicanimals.com and the money will be passed on to great causes. From
Absolutely.
these
We'll
guys.
actually be donating 10% once we're recording another record actually this week.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah.
So I just barely get this one out,
Right,
and you guys are going to be
right.
working on something else. Okay,
Yeah.
but do keep me posted.
earlymelodicanimals.com.
Right, and I see that you're also friends with my favorite yerba mate guy.
Santiago, our brother.
So let's give Top Leaf a little bit of a.
That's all we
plug.
drink is Top Leaf.
I have mint in my drawer right out there.
Yeah, Reserve Addict. Have you seen the commercial on YouTube, the one we did? We're in Santiago's commercial.
No, I haven't, but I'm going to have to check it out. Talk to me quickly about Catastrophe, and then I'll let you guys go.
This is a song you sit back and the lyrics really will take you to the perspective. I actually wrote it from an animal's perspective.
Oh, cool.
So
Okay, so turn it up, sit back, close your eyes, and look at life a little
Enjoy.
bit differently. This is Catastrophe from Early Melodic Animals on Homegrown. It's the Homegrown Music Showcase. I'm your host, Dori Donoho. I hope you all are enjoying the new date and time for Homegrown, Sundays at noon, right after Jazz Tracks. That's kind of cool. And we're going to take a quick break. Thanks so much to Early Melodic Animals for stopping by. When we get back, we are going to have an in-studio conversation and the music of Hilst and Coffee. You don't want to miss it. Stay right there.
You're listening to the Homegrown Music Showcase with Dori Donoho, because good local music deserves to be heard on Clear 101.7.